I wanted to talk about online dating today. So, how many of you people use online dating? Do you think it's beneficial for people? Do you think it is a step forward in the dating realm, or do you think it's a step back? Let me know what you think at the end, but I'm going to cover all of this right now. So, there was an article on Counseling Today talking about online dating and how to prepare clients or patients about the real life about online dating. So they said online dating can be a great way for people to meet those who are outside of their social circles. Now, that is true. Now with the rise of technology and social media, it's easier for people. It's easier access to other people that you may have never met before, and you could find someone that better suits for you. And I feel like some people get that mixed up when they hear someone better suited for you. They think of a soulmate, which it's hard to break it to you, but there's not really such a thing called soulmates. I don't think that is a thing that actually exists, because when you look at the term soulmate, it's like your ideal partner, right? It's someone that has everything that you're looking for. It's like the person that's the closest resemblance to the person that you're looking for. And when you think about it, that doesn't necessarily exist, because you will never meet every single person in the world. So you don't know that that's the actual best person for you. It's just the best person in your access right at that moment. There could be somebody across the world that is better suited for you, that has more of your, if you look at your standards, they fit more of your standards, but you don't know that because you never met them before. So it's impossible to access every single person. So there's no such thing as a soulmate. There is such a thing as a person that's closest to you that you may find, and that's typically who you are in a relationship with for a very long time. And Counseling Today also said that online dating, this is what they told to patients, and I want to know what you guys think about this. So they said online dating takes years, and counselors should help clients with patience, and setting realistic expectations is key. Now, to break that down, I don't think that's for every single client, because online dating, in my opinion, is really skewed, and it kind of translates to the whole dating realm currently. So it says helping clients with patience. So they're basically saying that it takes a long time to find a relationship. Now, if you translate that to online dating, it's usually like apps. So let's just take an online dating app. It could be anyone. You could insert whichever one. If you use one, insert that one. If you don't, you probably know names of some online dating. But if you just insert that app, you would have matches. There were people that match to you, let's say you'll swipe direction. One direction would be it's a match. The other direction would be you don't want to match with them. And if two people give you in the same direction, if you like somebody and then they like you back, it's considered a match. Now, if you look at males and females, it's completely different. And I tell this to people all the time, that it's so much easier for females to get matches on online dating than males. And that counts for even dating in the real world, because of the typical roles that males and females play in this part. So typically males are the one they should be the one to make a move first. They're the ones to interact first. And basically women are, the only thing they have to do is just say yes or no. So if a guy comes to them, they meet or whatever, they hang out. All they have to decide is, do I want to be with this person or do I not want to be with this person? That's all they have to do. But if you look at the male part, they have to do everything else. They have to initiate first, they have to make first moves, etc., etc. So if you translate that into online dating, most of the apps, like, you'll get a match, but usually the women won't, like, because usually, like, it'll tell you, like, who you match with, and then you could send a message to the other person. Now, more likely than not, the women are not gonna send you a message first, because that's kind of like the male thing to do. Like, if you're a male, you respond first. You initiate that first step in the conversation. And the thing is, like, women get, like, so many matches while men rarely get matches. It's like if you wanted to run, like, a test, right? You could have one male and one female. Doesn't matter how they look. Let's just say they were average looking, and they made a profile at the exact same time, and just have, like, for the women, just have, like, they don't swipe at all. They just leave their account just there for a whole week. And so is the male. They both leave their accounts just for a whole week, just to allow, like, people to see their profile and, like, choose if they want to match with them or not. So after that week, you tell them, like, all right, now go on it, and let's just say swiping right means that you like the person. So just tell them, swipe right on every single person. It doesn't matter if you like them or not. You just want to see how many likes or how many matches you will get. I guarantee you the girl will get, let's say they had the option of 100 likes, right? I guarantee the woman would have 80 while the guy would struggle to have 8. That's how big it is. Like, men don't really get matches. It doesn't matter, like, how you look, your personality or whatever. It's just you rarely get matches. And women get so many matches regardless of how you look. So this patience part would be more towards males, because it takes longer for them to get matches. Women have, like, so many matches, and all they have to do is, like, oh, I don't like this one, this one's better, and they just pick one. So a guy can message a girl or a woman, and they don't have to respond, like, they could just read the message, seen, or just choose not to even look at it, because they found their person that they're going after, like, out of, like, the pool of people that were a match. So that falls more towards men. And then setting realistic expectations is key. I don't know what you mean by realistic expectations, because I feel like a lot of people's expectations are skewed, either online or just the regular, like, dating. Because, like, if you look at dating in today's society, it's not great. The divorce rates are at an all-time high. People are choosing not to be in relationships. Like, there's people that just choose, like, like, I don't want to deal with all that drama, just messing with my head, like, so many, because everyone's constantly doing something. Everyone's on the move, doing what they're regularly doing. They don't necessarily have all that time to spend devoted to a relationship. There's people that do, and people get in relationships, and then, like, later on they kind of regret it. They, like, don't necessarily like it anymore. And, like, there's many causes, but, like, one of the causes was, like, just, like, how pricing is with, like, rent and, like, apartments and stuff. So people, like, cohabitate. If you don't know what cohabitating is, that's basically, like, when two people, like a male and a female, let's just say, for example, they move into an apartment, or they move into a place. So they live together without being married. Usually, like, when you get married, you move in. So, like, you both had an apartment, and, like, you'll go visit every now and then. You may sleep over a couple of times, but not actually living together. Now more and more couples are actually living together, getting a place. And that makes it difficult, because when, let's say you get married, you're used to everything already. There's nothing new, nothing exciting. Because the excitement when you got married was, like we're actually living together for the first time. Now you've had years and years of living together. It's just pretty much novelty. Everything's just normal, like, oh, we live together now, like, oh yeah, we got married. Nothing changes because you've already lived together. So it's no more excitement. And then the issue is when let's say things don't work out and you want to get a divorce. Now, who owns that apartment? Who owns that apartment? Because you two didn't have an apartment before. You just decided to get your own place and move in. So now, who's that apartment? Is it the males or is it the females? How are you gonna decide? How are you gonna decide based on money issues? Are you gonna have joint accounts? Or are you gonna have separate accounts? The same thing goes for like your car. Do you have one car or do you have two cars? If you have one, then who is it for? Like so many issues come like to play in dating, and it's just not been good. That's why a lot of people choose to opt out. But I wanted to know what you guys think about online dating. Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's equal for men and women online dating? Let's say men will get as much matches as women do, or do you think it's skewed where women typically get more matches and men rarely get matches? Men have to like kind of like do more work just to find someone than women. And do you think that's the same for just regular dating? Do you think it's easier for women to get someone or have a potential interest, since like the guys are the ones that's going towards the women and women don't really make that first move because it's not really necessarily what they do? Let me know what you think about this topic and leave a like, press the subscribe button, share it to all your friends, and yeah, signing out. Goodbye.